Hello, welcome back. Our Unruly Nest. So glad that you're here. If you're new here, my name is Amber. I'm a homeschooling mom of two. I am a stay-home mom. I'm a homemaker, and this is a new channel. And right now we are currently in a homeschooling series. So I'm so glad that you're here. I hope you find something of value. If you do, please do like and subscribe. Come back and check out future videos, and you can certainly go and check out our playlist. So we are talking about secular homeschooling, and today specifically, I wish you could see this giant pile that I have next to me. We are talking about what we are using for my daughter in this upcoming school year, as she will be in 4th grade. So for just a quick little bit of backstory, if you are new here, because most people are, she has been in public school and has been slowly transitioning to homeschool. So there are multiple levels of some of the same curriculum, because if you check out a past video, when you're transferring from public school to homeschooling, you will notice that a lot of times in the curriculum that you may choose, your child might be sort of in between levels. And so I have kind of expected that. So as we've already been working on this for quite some time, the transition, we're just kind of equipped with some extra stuff just to help bridge that gap. So, okay. This is in no particular order, okay? So one of the first things that we have here is just a Young Flyer. It's a reader. It's a Neil Armstrong book. Basically, this is just, reading about astronauts, which is some of the electives here that you're gonna see. So to figure out where I'm gonna set stuff here, bear with me. Okay. Again, just a couple of extras. My daughter is very academically minded. She likes to be challenged. And I do also have a special needs 3-year-old that I kind of juggle along with her schooling. So it's just sometimes nice to have things, right, that she can work on. She can be kind of feeding her brain while I am working with her brother. So Gutsy Girls Go for Science, Astronauts with STEM Projects. And I thought this would be super great along with this. So I'm super excited about that one. Next one is Gutsy Girls Go for Science, Programmers. Her dad, FYI, is a software engineer. So she saw this and was like, Mom, I want to learn how to program like Dad. So absolutely, we'll try it out. Okay, these next books, we're not doing morning baskets. I'll make a whole video about that, but if you do morning baskets, I think these would be perfect for that. Basically, you can get these off of Amazon. You guys, they're cheap. They are so stinking neat, okay? The name of the company is the Critical Thinking Co., and their motto is to empower the mind. And I love that. So a lot of people will use these first thing in the morning in morning baskets, just to kind of get, the juices flowing, so to speak, right? Just to kind of get the mind thinking critically. So this one, we have a level 3 and a level 4, and they are mind benders. And so it's just a fun way to practice your thinking skills. So level 3 is for grades 3 through, they're both for grades 3 through 6. But depending on where your child is at, these books are really neat because, so for example, they're like puzzles, right? Sort of like word problems, but they're not too hard. And it just kind of gets your child in the mindset of thinking critically before you start your day. But it's done in a game, in a playful way. My daughter loves these. She doesn't even think she's learning, and she totally is. Who couldn't use more critical thinking skills, right? So super, super excited to have more of those. The same place, Amazon. I think I paid $6 or $7 per book. So this is for grade 4. Analogies for critical thinking. So I have the grade 3 one as well as the grade 4, and we're going to kind of work on these over the summer just to try to keep things sort of fresh in her mind. We're still trying to decide if we're going to just do schoolwork year round with, just several breaks in there. We're still trying to figure out what works best, both for my daughter and then for my son, because their ages and their need bases are just so different. But analogies for critical thinking off of Amazon, $4 to $6. I cannot recommend these enough. Vocabulary, but help students develop skills in visual, imagery, reading, comprehension, paying attention to detail. Yes. Vocabulary development, synonym, antonym, recognition, reasoning, and standardized test taking. We're not doing standardized test taking in my state. It's not required, but if it's required in your state, this is a great way to sort of train their brains. And again, it's in a fun game way. So cannot recommend these enough. Amazon. Okay, another just little fun. Remember I said her dad is a programmer. So my first coding book. I love this. I'm super excited. She has already been flipping through this, and it's just how it stimulates the brain, right? For them to learn to look at things both creatively, but also from a problem-solving, analytical way. I love it. Super excited. I think I got that off of christianbooks.com, but you can find it loads of places. Okay, looks like the next place that we are in is where we are going to be working on the states and the capitals. And the curriculum that we chose is from, I'm not even sure how to pronounce it, I'm sorry, memoriapressacademy.com. Came very highly recommended from some fellow homeschool mamas. Now, remember, my daughter started her educational journey in the public school system. How she is almost 10 years old and doesn't know her states and her capitals, I'm not sure. But I thought this would be a fun way. Don't know much about the 50 states. She's so excited. The pages are so colorful and so beautiful. And then this is a lesson plan for me to help teach her. So this came very highly recommended by a local homeschooling group of just moms. It's by Kenneth C. Davis, and he is the author of the best-selling Don't Know Much About History. Again, secular curriculum, which we are all for in this house. So I'm super excited about that. I did also pick up some flashcards, I believe, off of Amazon. I forgot to grab those, but that I'm super excited about. Okay, we chose marine biology for our science next year to do first, and we did choose The Good and the Beautiful. I haven't even opened it yet. I have no idea, but again, it came highly, highly recommended. It's a kindergarten through 8th science unit study, so I can save it for my son. And then it comes with these neat reader books and a workbook that go with it. I haven't actually opened it yet, but it came so highly recommended by veteran homeschool moms that I respect, that also want either a complete secular homeschool experience or that hybrid very close to The Good and the Beautiful. I think I mentioned it in one of my first videos. They're not technically religious free, but it's really not there very much, and you can easily just skip those parts if you're looking for secular homeschooling. Great option. So marine biology, and I can save that for my son. Okay. The Good and the Beautiful handwriting. You guys, have you checked out their handwriting books? The Good and the Beautiful's handwriting curriculum is neat. You have manuscript, cursive, you can do both. So we got both. My daughter really wants to learn cursive, so this is their level 3. So you're working on, proper both capital and lowercase in level 3, and then when you go to level 4 handwriting, you work on, of course, joining the words. So she already has her manuscript down. That's all they do in her public school system here, where she went through. So for her, they don't teach cursive. So she is super excited to learn how to write in cursive. I write in cursive and she's always, Mom, I want to write like you. The Good and the Beautiful handwriting. Super excited about that. If you haven't checked that out, definitely do. Okay, these were finds off of Amazon as well, and they're amazing and dirt cheap, you guys. Reading, this is what they look like. They have reading skills, writing skills. I'll show you here. Remember, you only need one level, most likely. I have grade 3, grade 4, grade 5 for almost all of these because I'm trying to bridge gaps from her public school education where I personally would like her to be. So, and where I believe she is more than capable of being, of course. But reading skills, it's facts, sequence, context, main idea, conclusions. Reading comprehension, guys. Do you have a young reader that reads so well and so beautifully? My daughter. And then you say, that was wonderful. Tell me what you read. And you get, yeah, that's my reader. So reading comprehension workbooks. Again, this would be a great option for any version, morning basket that you might do. We don't have a morning basket. We just like to start with these critical thinking, playful workbooks in the morning. And I also have level 5, again, trying to bridge gaps from a public school education. So, okay, same thing with writing. We do have the cursive writing books from the Good and the Beautiful, but full disclosure, I had already ordered that. And then I saw these and I love this company so much. Had I known about this first, I probably wouldn't have even bought the Good and the Beautiful. They're both amazing. I just don't think you need both. So I will probably end up figuring out which one I like the best, and I will hold on to the other one just for fun. My daughter loves handwriting. It's just something she enjoys. So we might just do one of these, for summer activity. But proofreading, a personal narrative, respond to the practice papers, proofreading information and paragraphs. So writing skills, grammar, paper writing, and I have grade 3 and grade 4, because again, she's in between. So Amazon cheap, cannot recommend them enough. Okay, spectrum spelling. I mentioned this in what we're not going to use. I have since kind of looked through it. Spelling You See was the original plan, and if you check out my latest video of the curriculum, my second to latest video of the curriculum that we're not using, we ended up not choosing Spelling You See, and I go into it more in there. The alternative that we were going to do was spectrum spelling. So I'm still kind of undecided, but I am really drawn to this. It's a great spelling curriculum. The thing is that if you purchase a language arts curriculum, such as the one that I'm going to talk about coming up, you don't need a separate spelling unless you want. So my daughter just really enjoys it. So I got this for us to just do, sort of just to keep her mind sharp over the summer. But you don't need it. But if you're looking for just a spelling curriculum in general, spectrum spelling is fantastic. Cannot recommend it enough. Okay, language arts. I got language arts, the Good and the Beautiful. You guys, if you have never seen the Good and the Beautiful, the pages are so beautiful. Like, look at this. So this is the course book. So this is her book, right? Let me just show you, just some of the pages are just, sorry, this has got to be so noisy with my microphone, but look at this. Isn't that stunning? Never mind that the quality of the education is phenomenal, but it is beautiful. It's laid out so well. It flows so well. It's comprehensive. I love this curriculum, even as a secular homeschool mom. I love it. It comes with some spelling and writing level 4 workshops. She's in level 4, but this is what I mean by you don't need the spectrum spelling if you're going to buy a comprehensive language arts curriculum, it's going to come with the spelling and the writing that you need. If you are anything like me, as a matter of fact, I'm going to do a little plug here. Our next video is going to be how I know that my child and children, when it's time, he's only 3, are getting the just sort of the base knowledge every year that I want to know that they have. I have a way to know that. And if you're anything like me as a homeschool mom, that's kind of my ultimate fear, right? Especially when I'm choosing various curriculums and kind of putting them together like this rather than using a full service through one company. You don't have to do that. You don't have to spend thousands of dollars to do that in order to know that your child is getting, across the board, just the foundation of education that you want. I have a way to do that, and that's going to be our next video. So make sure that you like, you subscribe, and you come back and you check that out. And if you already have a way to do that, please leave it in the comment below. Help us other homeschool moms, because we're all worried about the same thing. Of course we are. We want our children to thrive. We don't want to mess this up. But anyway, if you need a language arts curriculum that includes spelling and writing, that is physically beautiful, it is educationally sound, the good and the beautiful. I mean, it is just, I am just so excited. I mean, it's just, it's beautiful. But Spectrum Spelling, Amazon, cheap, amazing. Quality does not have to break the bank, guys. Okay, the level readers that come with the language arts curriculum from The Good and the Beautiful, again, just beautiful, absolutely beautiful. This is a personal reader for level 4. It's not too large, and if you notice at the beginning of the book, right, you're going to start out slightly larger, right? Slightly more spread out. And then as you get to the end, it gets just a bit more difficult. Words are a bit closer together, sentences are they have to work a little bit harder, but by then they have developed their skills. So this will actually, this is a better example to show you. So this is the first one, and you can see the visual. Look at the difference, guys, in the lines per page, how far they're spread out. And then by the time you get to the second reader, to the end, right, which is where you would be finishing, it's way more. So that's how they do it. It slowly challenges them without them knowing that they're being challenged. I love it. And it's beautiful. So for me to teach, it's fun to look at. So I'm a very artsy person. Okay, math. Again, multiple levels because we're trying to bridge gaps. Make sure you watch that video if you haven't and you're looking at the curriculum's placement testing so that you know where your child falls. Don't just assume based on their grade. It's just not how it works. If you're coming from any different curriculum, whether it's, a public school setting to homeschooling, or say maybe you were using, Sunlight this or what have you, and you're going to transfer. So just make sure you're paying attention to that. And if your child falls sort of in between like mine, that very first time, you just have to get both levels. Maybe you can borrow from a friend or check out from your library. Okay, so math, master books. This is what we chose for math. I mean, I can't sit here and just show it to you, but I can tell you I'm super, super excited about it. It is not Common Core. Technically, Master Books is considered a religious curriculum. But given that I am a secular homeschooling mom, I can promise you I would not have purchased this if it did not feel like a secular curriculum. All of their stuff is not secular, but their math, it just is, which I love and I appreciate. So I get the actual book, the textbook, right, that helps me teach. And then here is her workbook for all of the practice. I think especially with math, if your child or children, this is the practice sheets and quizzes. If you're anything like me, this just helps reinforce what you're learning, and it gives you a chance to sort of see if they're not picking up on something. And it's how we do it, and I recommend it, right? Because the goal again, I can't say this enough, is to raise lifelong learners, okay? And so it's not about getting it right or wrong at this young of age, but it's if they do get it wrong, I want to know why. So we sit down and we go back over the why, and I help her, or I supervise her while she tries to correct it, because I want her to actually master the material, not just, oh, I got a C, good enough. No, we want mastery. I want her to want to master material and to desire to be a lifelong learner. And that's what I love about the secular homeschooling approach. It focuses, just in general, the spirit of it, right? It focuses on that quality education, but you're learning, and you're learning the why, and you're learning how to correct mistakes. And you end up raising a thoughtful, well-rounded person, hopefully, that thinks critically and can analyze a situation when something isn't right, and they can think through, okay, this is where things went wrong. This is how I can find the right answer, or how I can fix, the problem, or etc. It creates critical thinkers. It creates problem solvers. And I think Master Books Math supports that wonderfully in a secular homeschool setting, even though in general, you might look at Master Books and think, well, that's a religious curriculum. Their math is not. Okay. I'm running out of room over here, so I'm going to sit on the floor. Level 4 math, same thing. It just lessons for a living education. I think that says it so well. Says it better than I just blabbered on trying. This is the revised edition, and I am very excited about it. Fun little tip: if you have multiple children, just buy one of the books, and then you can buy multiple practice sheets and quizzes if you want, or even better, you tear it out. I was just double checking because we haven't actually used the 4 yet. You tear them out, you photocopy them. Your child works on the photocopy. You can save the actual book for later kids. Money savings. We need all the help we can get. Can you guys believe inflation these days? I don't know about where you live, but we were driving home today. I've mentioned in the past, right? We live in a rural area and gas is over $4 a gallon, and we drive 30 minutes to get anywhere and then have to drive back. And okay, the Constitution. Again, this is just something fun. Mystery on Constitution Island by The Good and the Beautiful, and it's for grades 4 through 8. It's the U.S. Constitution. There's a cool mystery book to engage the kids, and then this is the U.S. Constitution Student Journal. This is one of our electives this next year. So yeah, we're going to learn all about the Constitution. Her public school system touched on it just a little bit, but she doesn't have the in-depth learning that I would like her to with it. So we actually gave her a choice on her electives, her extras, and that was actually one that she chose. It made me so proud. Okay, The Good and the Beautiful. Are you noticing a theme here? Typing. Have you guys seen this? They're typing. Again, their pages. Oh, look how beautiful. Just look how beautiful. But this is their typing. In today's world, you guys, typing is a very, very valuable skill. You need it. You just do. So it's all here. Lesson 1, Lesson 1, lesson 2, it's all laid out for you as a parent. It's wonderful. So we picked up typing 1. She doesn't even really need this probably. She's probably already passed this, but a little refresher. And again, I can keep it for my son. And then we got typing 2, which is where she's actually at. So, but isn't this beautiful, you guys? The Good and the Beautiful. And it was not that expensive, not for curriculum. Just blows my mind how beautiful it is. I can't say it enough, but if we have to look at it, might as well enjoy it, right? So typing 2 is another elective. Oh, it's gonna be a long video, guys. I'm sorry. Okay, just a few more here. We chose remember me telling you that we had chosen an art curriculum that just looked so beautiful? It was from Master Books that was in a couple of videos ago, what we didn't use and why. This is what we're going to use instead. Creative arts and crafts projects, the good and the beautiful. And this is more my speed. Look how simple this is. None of this 2-3 of these huge books from Master Books. So yeah, just super cute, neat, simple activities that you can do at home. So I think we're gonna do maybe like Art Fridays, but it tells you exactly what you need. It's just so neat. Nature crowns, items needed, duct tape, flexible measuring tape, ribbons or twine, sticks, twigs, flowers, and glue. It keeps it simple and fun and engaging. Dandelion art. I am super looking forward to this one. But yeah, it's super simple. The good and the beautiful, creative arts and crafts projects. So this is what we're going to use for art, and she chose this as one of her electives. She will always choose art as an elective. I'm an artist, and she's just like me. Okay, the good and the beautiful, creative writing, again, an elective that we let her choose what she wanted to do. This is for levels, Amber, 3 through 8, creative writing notebook. And so this is just a super cute little simple, again, beautiful, at the same location, describe in detail what it feels like and looks like at different times of day. And then, there are just spaces. And of course, you're going to use your imagination. So describe in detail the scene in the painting below. Use your imagination to describe what you see, what you might smell, hear, and feel. Isn't that neat? So, if she just is wanting something to do, if I'm trying to work with her brother, she needs something to do. We do have to go into town for services for her brother. So if I want her to have something, right, that she can take with us, that she can work on when we're gone for 2 hours, once a week for his various therapies, I think the creative writing book would travel super well. One of those clipboards that has like an encasement. It's awesome. So, okay, last 2 things. Year-round project-based activities for STEM. Hopefully you guys know what STEM is, but if not, science, technology, engineering, and math. Now this says it's for grades 2 through 3. It's probably a bit amateur for her, but this is a teacher created resources. Another Amazon find, super cheap. I'm excited about this. And if it's a bit below her level, we'll just sort of cherry pick what we want, and then I will save this for her brother. So, okay. Last one, and it fell down here. I promise, guys, we're almost done. If you're still here, I am so grateful. Okay, my body. Again, it's a teacher-created resources I'm super excited about. But this just, my cells, my spleen, my kidneys, my bladder. It's a very approachable way to start anatomy, right? So you learn about the human body, how it works. And that then helps, at least for us, right? We put a heavy focus on, nutrition and just health and just feeling good and taking care of ourselves. And this is a great way to help her understand the why, right? When you understand the human body and how it works and what it needs, maybe you don't have to gripe at your child 60 times a day to drink their water. Is that just me? Just my kids? So, all right, guys, that's it. I hope this is helpful to you. The good and the beautiful clearly is what we are going to be using for a lot next year. In case you have not seen my past videos, I just want to remind you, if I lived in an area where I had reliable internet service, we probably would have done Time for Learning. In my opinion, it is one of the best comprehensive, simple, secular homeschool curriculums. This is not sponsored. They don't know that I exist. I just want you to know. I probably would have done Time for Learning and then just kind of supplemented, right, with, some of the fun little books like off of Amazon, maybe, the typing book, things like that. But because we can't, because the internet's just not reliable when you live out like I do, we're having to kind of piecemeal. And again, when you're looking for a secular curriculum, you got to dig. So hopefully my digging has helped you so that I can save you some time and you some stress, which is, what we're all in this together for. Thank you again for being here. Please do like and subscribe. Leave a comment below with what you are using next year, and maybe I can find something helpful that you already know about secular homeschool. And yeah, if not, I hope some of this works for you maybe. So have a great rest of the weekend. Happy Mother's Day to all of you. And I will be back soon with the video on how to know that your child is getting at least the core foundations each year so that we can all rest a little bit better at night, right? So, all right, guys, thanks so much. I'll be back soon. Bye.